Hey man, you tune in to Out the Box. You tune in to Out the Box podcast.
Out the box.
If you wanted some chicken, here you go.
Why I feel like I feel like you got a healthy relationship with your Florida Gators, but Titans it's just like because I think you from there, it mean a little bit more to you.
They both equally mean to me. I guess Titans do mean a little more because it's home, but
You know
Are you from
come on,
Nashville?
no, I'm from Murfreesboro. But it was saying it's just the home state team.
that's right there.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
It's
Ooh,
like that game was. We had that goddamn game. We literally, I want to say fucking Will Levis.
yeah.
yeah,
He threw that game away. Like
yeah.
throwing a
This is
pick
what it look
six.
like. What Chicago didn't even score a touchdown on
No,
offense.
Caleb Williams is not that nigga. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say that on record. He may be
Yeah,
getting there, but right now he is not that nigga.
Clear up. Hang on. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
yeah.
I need to clear up my opinion on him because it might have been construed as if I didn't like him. I just didn't feel like when you have something like that, you need somebody. You have to protect them, or you get a Justin Fields is what I was trying to put across. But I think he got the intangibles, bro.
Yeah,
He
this is for I'm gonna rewatch the game. I'm gonna watch the film on everything, but
You got to protect
he's
your
he's
assets.
he's he ain't throw no interception, bro. That's the thing. Like NFL football is from the quarterback position. If you could be a game manager, you can win a lot of games.
exactly, and then
And in order to be a game manager, like one of the big things is not turning
Not do
over the
too much.
ball.
Yeah.
Exactly. So just off rip, he's a better quarterback than Will Levis if he didn't throw no he was the better quarterback today because he didn't throw his team out of the game. And if that's all you got to do, you're gonna beat a lot of teams like Tennessee. And that's all they got to do to make the playoffs. And being a rookie quarterback is extremely hard. He set up though. He set up better than anybody's ever been set up.
mm-hmm.
You
So
think
we'll
so?
see.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, 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 yeah. Their
For
defense
sure.
is solid. The only thing I don't really like the way they run offense. That's the only thing. I wish he had a better coach, but that would be me nitpicking. They got weapons. They got a running game. They line is better. Their line is better. But if you look at Chicago's schedule, they should be in the playoffs because they weren't like they last year they won games last year. They weren't like I'm gonna see how many games they won, but they weren't far from the playoffs last year. I forget how they got their pick. They probably
Hmm.
traded their pick or
I
whatever,
think they got
but
it from the Eagles.
they should be a playoff team. And if he can click at the right time, they can beat the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Because the Cowboys always fucking some shit up. But yeah, man, football's been great.
Nah, shit ain't been good, man.
See, Broncos, we lost today, but I don't really expect us to win. You know what I mean? So I don't feel no emotion towards them. You know what I mean? We played the Seahawks, we lost by 6 points. And the Seahawks, they gonna be all right. They got that new defensive coordinator from the Ravens. He's pretty solid. Their defense is going to be good. They got Geno Smith at quarterback, though. He kind of struggled against us. But Bo Nix is a rookie quarterback, right? And um, he's going to struggle. He struggled today, but he showed some good moments too. Like we almost won the game, damn near came back. Um, but he's a rookie QB, so he's a young QB. It's going to be hard for him to win. It just is. So that's pretty
Yeah.
much where your team is and where your Florida Gator team is too.
See, the thing is, I'm not expecting us to go to the Super Bowl, or I'm not expecting Florida to win a
Yeah,
national
yeah.
championship. I hate watching stupid football, no matter who's playing. When you make boneheaded plays and you're about to take a sack, instead of taking a sack, you throw the ball away. That's stupid as fuck. That's how you lose the game. Or win, which I'm starting to see, and it could be just me being mad and starting to have you seeing things differently. When I saw how Will Levis was talking to his teammates today, he's talking like, nigga, I'm that nigga. You know, I guess let me do my thing. No, nigga, you're not. You're still kind of like playing rookie because you ain't even started a full season of NFL football yet. So you're still basically playing rookie ball. You have a new coach, a new offensive coordinator, basically a new team. So his new scheme's gonna be different. So it's gonna take you a while to learn. This nigga Will Levis trying to play hero ball. Like every time he's running, he's not sliding. Like I would say Caleb Williams is sliding. Will Levis is running straight up down in the middle of the fucking field. Like, there's no type of football common sense. Say, hey, okay, I got this. I'm doing a draw play. Let me run 5, 6, 7 yards and slide. No, this nigga want to stand all the way up and get tackled. And then he's trying to play hero ball so much, like I would say with Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams was dinking and dunking. Will Levis trying to throw 30, 40, 50-yard bombs every fucking time. That shit don't work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even with Florida, like, our starting quarterback, original starting quarterback, the senior, was playing trash as fuck. Then our freshman came in, our 5-star number 1 quarterback freshman came in, even though he played a Division II school. He was 27 yards away yesterday from breaking the all-time passing record in his very first fucking game because he has better intangible.
Yeah.
That's what gets pissed me off. It's bad football, no matter who he's playing.
That's why you gotta appreciate the good football, man. That's why, That's why when I see it, I don't care who it is, even if I don't like I don't fuck with Bama because like when they beat us, Colt McCoy went down and it was good for us. Like all that shit happened for a reason. But even at that time, those first couple years, I was like, man, fuck they ass. Fuck them. But then like after he went like 3, I'm like, all right, these niggas was good for a reason. So you start to appreciate it, even though my team suck at the time. But I understood the difference. And now I got high expectations for my team. You know what I'm saying? 5 years ago I didn't. Now I do. So I'll probably be mad, but it just be funny. Like it's just be funny watching fans flip flop. Like the Ravens was gonna beat the Chiefs the other day. Niggas will tell you why the Ravens might lose, and then niggas will tell you wrong, and then when the Ravens lose, it's a whole bunch. It's the refs, and it's just like that should get that be frustrating. The football on field don't really frustrate me. It'd be fans. It's the same thing with me. I'm realizing that it'd be the fans. Like Kendrick versus Drake, the artists don't bother me. It's the fans. Football, Michigan fans are annoying right now because they telling us about all the talent they lost, and that's why they lost to us yesterday. And it's like, well, when niggas was telling you Texas was gonna beat you, you was saying, no, we not gonna beat y'all because y'all this, y'all that, y'all just won a national championship. And then when you lose, now it's, oh, we lost 17 players and our head coach. I was like, well, yeah, that's why we thought we were gonna beat you, because the talent you got ain't the talent you had. And we lost a lot of talent too. It's just we recouped on our talent, and we kept our head coach, and we kept our starting quarterback, and we got QB2, and we on like our running backs. I done switched to Texas that quick. My bad, y'all. Our running backs done got injured. CJ Baxter, and the league is college football lucky he got hurt because our number 4 running back is nice. Our number 4 running back, we would have been 4 deep at running back position. And I'll leave that at that. But so yeah, I love good football, and college was very interesting.
So from watching it this weekend, I mean, it's not really a hot take or anything because they really still closed it out, but how do you see Alabama faring this year without Saban?
You want to answer, Tori, or you want me to answer?
I mean, they haven't really been dominant. I feel like Georgia's been more dominant within the last couple of years, but
You
what do
can
you think
tell
happens?
quarterback play, man. Like it
Man,
really does
I
start with that.
don't love Milroy, man.
He's he's
He's athletic, but
he's athletic, and it's a hard thing because we love these types of quarterbacks, but you really need a quarterback that can throw the ball. And it's easier to game plan against him. And it's the same thing with Jalen Hurts. It's the same thing with Lamar Jackson. And I love
Mm-hmm.
watching them play because they're big play people. But when it's time to throw the ball, and everybody knows you got to throw the ball, and it's 3rd and 10, it's easy to game plan because you can't process the information the way quarterbacks that do can. So, and that's Jalen Milroe. Their coach is good. Kalen DeBoer is a great offensive mind. I think he could figure it out. How I feel about Alabama, though, as a whole, without going crazy deep. I think the SEC is very interesting. I think Georgia, Texas, and we're gonna figure out soon. We both play like our next couple games are gonna be tough. But Georgia, Texas,
PhD that you recommend, like for like creatives or like I don't know.
You said what? He must be
I
talking.
mean, for me personally, I
Georgia,
would probably recommend
Georgia,
because it's a cheap draft,
Texas,
and it's not going to make me like sit
Tennessee
on
might be right
it
there.
and not do anything. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you've been watching
Can I get
Tennessee.
2 grams to that?
So I think that as far as the SEC,
Yeah.
I definitely say that Georgia, Texas, Tennessee.
Those will.
I got a sleeper coming in.
Alabama's right there too.
Alabama, I got a sleeper coming in.
Mhm.
I would say watch out for
Ole Miss, Missouri.
Missouri.
The thing about Missouri, the most interesting thing about Missouri is their schedule. So Missouri, if everybody beats each other's up, like if Tennessee, y'all play Georgia and y'all play Alabama, I'm pretty sure I'm saying y'all, I don't think anybody on here vote with. I'm pretty sure Tennessee plays Georgia and Bama. Say Tennessee beats one of those teams, because you asked about Alabama. I think Alabama's probably the 3rd best team in the SEC. I think Tennessee is 4th best. Missouri is going to be interesting because they have a weaker schedule than everybody. So I think
0
so I think mute yourself, Cody. Don't be putting your social media. Don't be putting your social number on.
Yeah,
on
bro.
pod, nigga.
you got the whole world on your info, bro.
You putting your credit card number on the pod.
You gotta edit that part.
It's gonna be a nigga from Jersey got there running it up.
Chill.
But I think like there's a potential that
Thank you so much.
Alabama plays Georgia. There's a potential that Georgia could beat Texas.
What are you seeing as their weakness, Texas?
Ours?
Yeah.
Defense. Defense. Same thing as last year. It's just we got better. Our defensive backs. But we're just better than we were last year. Our defensive line, we lost 2 of our best D tackles last year, but our defensive line is still good. We got a young defensive lineman, defensive end. He's nice. Our linebackers are really good. Our cornerbacks is the weakest part of our team, and I would rather that be the weakest part of the team. We can make it hard for you to run the ball. We can rush your quarterback, and they're good enough. I think we'll be able to defend the pass. Our offense is just too good, though, and we'll go as far as Quinn takes us, because I don't think it's going to be many teams that can score like us. Georgia, Ohio State, but Ohio State's quarterback's not better than us. Georgia's who I'm worried about the most. Alabama, I worry about Alabama just because of their roster. But like
Tennessee,
even in
they have this high volume offense, but I don't know if they can defend y'all at all.
Tennessee, yeah, we wouldn't play them unless they make it to the SEC
That's
championship
crazy.
or we play them in the playoffs. They're not on our schedule till like a couple years. We probably see Tennessee in like 2026 or
That'd
something
be
like that.
crazy. Tennessee versus
That's gonna be
Texas.
fun. Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure Arch will play in Knoxville. That's gonna be a game we got to go to. Um, but yeah, Tennessee is their quarterback's nice, but you got to give him some experience. They'll be good. They'll be a team that'll be good next year, like very good. But I think they're gonna be good this year too.
I feel like that playoffs is gonna be loaded with the SEC. I would say at least
Yeah.
6. I want to say 6, but that I feel like 6 is maybe more. Do you think 6 is that's a good
I think
prediction?
I think 4. But the way things have been going, like the Big Ten ain't been like that. Oregon's been struggling.
Michigan lost.
USC might be that. Now Michigan is interesting because we beat them, but I expect them to beat everybody else except Ohio State. So they might and that's Ohio State. That's their rival. They could beat Ohio State. Michigan can make things interesting because they can win out. I think they play USC. That might be a good game. We'll see how good USC is, but Oregon's been struggling too. So
Alabama,
which means
Georgia,
that Big Ten is open. Big 12 is pretty much open because Oklahoma State struggled. They might get 2 people in. They might get 2 people in the playoffs. I'm thinking Big Ten. They'll get 2. They'll get 2 people. Like Oklahoma State and Kansas State is good. They'll get the winner and somebody else. Big Ten will probably get 2, 3 teams. ACC probably definitely get 1 team. There's gonna be somebody like Liberty or some shit that'll get in, and then the rest will
Get
probably
your
be
ass
the SEC.
whooped.
Yeah.
Do you like looking at this, bro? Do you think it makes sense? I get why they're doing it, the money. I mean, it just makes sense to have Texas in the SEC or like and Oklahoma. But do you think that's good for Texas, or do you think
It's good. What I'm of.
their roads
Well,
harder? But
yes,
more
the road is
respected.
harder, but it'll make you better. If you're trying to be the best of the best, going in the best conference, thinking it from a Texas standpoint, it makes it we know how good we are because we beat Michigan. Now, like think about Michigan last year. Michigan didn't play nobody until they got to the playoffs. They almost lost to Alabama in the playoffs, right? Imagine if Michigan played.
Nobody did.
No, imagine if Michigan played, like just talking last year. Imagine if they played somebody. Imagine if we played Michigan last year.
They may not make it to that.
You get what I'm saying? And maybe we lose to them, maybe they lose to us, but you get to gauge how good a team actually is. When everybody, I don't know, I can't remember how people were thinking about the Michigan-Alabama game, but I know people didn't want Alabama to get there. But even with Alabama and their flaws, they made it a close game against Michigan. And then of course Michigan played Washington and they rolled them over. But like being in the SEC means if you're Alabama, if you're Tennessee, you'll have games under your belt, even if you lose, even if you don't win your conference, because you play more ranked teams, you'll get more cachet to get into the playoffs than a team like somebody in the Big 12 who isn't playing that many teams, and they might lose 1 game, right? They might, like somebody in the Big 12 might only lose 1 game, didn't play in the Big 12 championship because the other teams didn't lose a game in the conference play. But they don't make the playoffs simply because the eye test will tell you Alabama or Tennessee is better, and Tennessee played more competition than who's over there in Big 12. We can mention like Arizona or something like that. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, being
in the SEC, you want more competition. You know what I'm saying? Florida State, everybody's mad at Florida State not making it, but Boston College almost beat them the year before. had Florida State played, now they played LSU, but had Florida State played Alabama, Alabama would have beat Florida State. They wouldn't even be there if they played somebody better. So, or they beat Bama and it would add to. I guarantee you, if Florida State last year, even with their quarterback hurt, if they beat Bama, Georgia, Texas, somebody in the top 5, they would have made the playoffs. Their best win was LSU, and LSU is ranked outside the top 10. And their quarterback was hurt. And they barely beat Louisville in their championship game. That's why Florida State didn't make it last year. Their strength of schedule wasn't that good, and they barely played well. And their best win was to somebody outside of the top 10. Alabama's best win was somebody in the top 5 in the conference championship. It just looks better when you play better competition. So that's what Miami, Florida State, yeah, that's why Florida shouldn't go nowhere, because y'all can be 2 years from not even winning the SEC, but getting in the playoff. And then the playoff is based off seeding. So in the end, you might end up seeing somebody like Ohio State, USC, or somebody in the Big 12 that you're actually better than. You beat them in that second round. And now the top 4 teams still end up being 4 SEC teams. You get what I'm saying? And we all knew these SEC teams were the best teams anyway. So I think that's what's going to happen. The best 4 teams are going to make it, but you're going to see an early matchup. I could see us playing Ohio State in the 4th round or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like one of them SEC teams that kind of gets the short end of the stick, like a Tennessee or even maybe a Bama.
Yeah,
they might slip as far as being top seeder, but they're going to just beat up on what other school, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever.
That seed is going to be good, like that 5th seed, that 6th seed, like, because you're going to play whoever number 12 is, and depending on who the 12th seed is, they can do a lot of different things, right? Ain't no telling. That's what makes it.
You don't want an SEC. You don't want that SEC higher pick.
Yeah, let Alabama lose to Georgia. Let Alabama lose to Georgia. Let them lose to Tennessee, and let them be ranked 12. And
that might be the way to go too.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. And you're ranked 12, but you about to play a Big 12 team. Kansas State. Alabama's winning that game. And then who's next on the bracket? They might play like us. And you know what I'm saying? And that's a good game. And if they're hot, and it's playoffs and it's football, Quinn Ewers could get, knock on wood, but Quinn Ewers could get hurt. Somebody could get hurt. By the time you playing higher ranked team, somebody's missing. You know what I mean? And because you're hot, you win. And you could get into the championship, because now it's a long-term game instead of it being short-term like it was before.
I think he dropped off, but I see what you're saying, bro.
Right.
You said Cody did? No.
Oh, he's still there.
How much time we got, Cody?
I'm back. More than 10 minutes. It tells me once we under 10.
Gotcha.
But my phone died. I'm back now. Yeah, I was just trying to get y'all grasp on that. Y'all want to talk? Did y'all hear about Kendrick getting Super Bowl nod?
Diabolical.
Yeah.
Diabolical.
What you think about it?
Granted, it's in New Orleans. I mean, Wayne's the obvious choice, but hey,
Is that even more of a slap to what they're doing? That, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's definitely a Rock Nation move. I can definitely see. Like I don't know if I said this before. I'm gonna say this shit on record, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga Jay-Z is a evil mastermind.
For sure.
Everything that nigga does is intentional. There's nothing. That's not even Jay-Z. It's just people. Period. For the most part, when something does, it's intentional. Even though it may seem innocent and he's the best choice. Everything's done with intention. So I definitely think with, and I'm saying this as a K Dot, I ain't gonna call myself a stan, but a good fan. If Not Like Us wasn't going popping off, Kendrick would not be doing the Super Bowl.
Do you,
I'm just keep it all the way funky.
yeah.
Right now, right this moment.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, I don't think, I mean, yes and no, but like as far as that pop level of having that many songs, like you need 5 like bona fide, like
He definitely got 5 bona fide songs, 5 to 7 bona fide songs. He can do goddamn
Be Humble.
Be Humble. He can do Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. He can do goddamn Swimming Pools. Like he can do 3 songs. He can do at least 2 songs. He can do 3 songs for the first 3 hours for sure. First 3 hours he can do first 3 songs he can do Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
All
Swimming
right.
Pools.
All right. Yeah.
I'm just talking about just from Good Kid, Mad City alone. I'm just trying to do basically 3 songs in each album. So you can do
Justice. What if that shit happened?
that would literally break the
That
world.
nigga came out and that nigga come out. And then the nigga Drake say, yo, I just want y'all to know this my brother.
And it's all love from here on out.
Yeah.
And then Kendrick ends the whole performance with Not Like Us. So it's like I think he can do. I think he has the catalog to do the songs, but if it wasn't for this whole Not Like Us shit, he would not be performing. And granted that I'm not going to say that I feel bad for Drake, but having the whole world going to be having being called a pedophile, like this is going to be bigger than a pop out. This is going to be way bigger than a pop out. So,
Yeah,
hey man,
yeah, I'm like, hey, this could spill out past music. I'm like, yeah, you gotta tread lightly on that. Like, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? You know what happened XXX Tentacion? I'm playing. Don't want to bring too many conspiracies into the picture, but I mean,
Kendrick got too many people to have another exit situation. Because Kendrick is still affiliated, he just ain't official.
Yeah.
Kendrick is heavy affiliated, so I think Kendrick definitely got protection.
I
But
feel bad for Wayne damn near because
right,
I feel like this is tailor made for Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point of his career, you know, like this would be a good welcome back to the world, to the not welcome back to us, but to the people that like Lollipop.
definitely Wayne got the catalog to perform to hold the Super Bowl. He can do the goddamn Super Bowl off the Carter 3 album alone. So he definitely got the catalog. I definitely think it's a slap in the face to Wayne.
You know what I'm
Fucked
saying?
up,
You
but
can get cash money out there too. You can get juvenile, you know what I'm saying? It could be like a juvenile.
exactly. You can do a whole cash money, Now who says that Kendrick don't go on stage and perform Mona Lisa and Wayne brings out Wayne?
I feel like
So,
he'll bring out Wayne.
I think he will too. And I think that even be more of a bigger slap in the face to Drake. If Kendrick brings out Wayne. Like,
yeah. When I saw that shit, I'm like, yeah, this is Captain Petty. But I'm pretty sure Jay-Z tried to sign Wayne back in the day. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
yeah. But
I think
it is what it is. It's like
I think it'll be all right. I think Wayne will get a Super Bowl eventually. The Dr. Dre shit, people kind of, I think it was just the right time, right place. I think we nitpicking a little bit. Like niggas forget rappers didn't perform at the Super Bowl until recently. So it was just perfect timing that the Super Bowl happened to be in LA, and Jay-Z had the cachet enough to be like, we got to do Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? So we be wanting too much. I'm talking to people that are upset about Wayne not getting it. We be nitpicking. Like, this doesn't mean Wayne will never perform at the Super Bowl, and it ain't been 20 rappers performing at the Super Bowl, and 5 of them done performed in the city that they from. It only happened once, so it's
True.
just like,
You're
you
right
know what I
about
mean.
that.
Yeah. I think Kendrick was somebody that deserved to be on the Super Bowl. I think even without the beef, I think he would be warranted to perform. But I think the beef,
Mm.
I think the beef definitely was like, yeah. I think it was an easy, like if say Jay-Z's in a room with the NFL and they're like, okay, y'all did Usher last year. You want a rap artist? Which rap artist you want? If Jay-Z had to pick, like, which one do you think they would be signing off on? You get what I'm saying? It's definitely not. We be talking about Drake doing Super
Travis
Bowl.
Scott already do
It's
this?
definitely not the. He did. He been cooking something up. I think he on tour or something like that. But
I was just
Travis
wondering if
Scott would be
that did it.
somebody.
Did he do it with somebody else or something?
Mm-mm. Travis?
Okay, I might be
No,
just
Travis never did it. I don't think like you think about all the rappers out, like who's a top rapper. Travis is up there, but Kendrick is just the hottest one.
Kendrick
So
is the only one that to me it's safe enough to put there. I feel like
yeah, you
Travis,
obviously can't put Drake
Future.
because he's been called a pedophile, so you can't put the alleged pedophile in
I
front of
still
the
think he can
kids.
do it. I still think he
I
can
think
do
he
it.
can do it too. I think he can do it too. I just think like Kendrick really is the perfect rap at the time. You get what I'm saying? Drake in 2, 3 years, when everybody like cool down around it, they probably, you know what I'm saying? But like Kendrick is perfect because he had the song, the biggest song of the year. Um, and if you had to pick what rapper is that hot and that got that much skill and that got that much experience and is hot right now, and Lil Wayne isn't hot right now. Now, culturally, in our culture, we will always hold Wayne to a high regard, but the rest of the world, Wayne ain't had a real hit song in a long time, whereas Kendrick is hot right now. And when you in that room, that is Super Bowl. It's big money. It ain't just do whatever. It's all right. What actually is gonna make sense? And
The
Jay
numbers
Z's
gotta,
able to.
yeah, not jumping front ahead of you, but just the numbers. Like it's a pitch. Like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
You have to have
yeah.
a lot of things supporting why this is being done, or it's not going to get even. Hey,
Right.
we got Taylor Swift. We do, nigga. If you can't figure it out, we got Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's
That's exactly. You know what I mean? And I would respect him for that. If they was like, look, we either doing Kendrick or we doing Taylor Swift. Which one you want to do? And it's a lot of things like people be mad at from the outside looking in, and you don't know what's going on in that room. You get what I'm saying? They could have been like, look, we doing Taylor Swift or we doing Katy Perry again, or we doing Kendrick. You got to pick the three. You get what I'm saying? And for the culture, he picked Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people be angry at niggas and they don't even know what's really going
nah, fuck that, man. He should have picked. Nah. Nah,
Bro,
I
hey,
definitely see what you're saying, and I'm gonna say this right now. There'll be no more niggas after this year, after 2025 Super Bowl.
You said that shit last year.
Say what?
You said that shit last year.
what'd you say?
He said
I
there ain't
didn't
gonna
say
be
this
no
shit.
more niggas. He said Usher was gonna be the last nigga.
Oh yeah.
I think K Dot is gonna be the nail in the fucking coffin. You gonna have 5 niggas in a row. Hey man, these maggots gonna get. Hey man, all right, goddamn it, we done had goddamn Dre, Dr. Dre. We done had Rihanna. We done had Usher. Now we got this Kendrick Lamar. Where's the goddamn big and rich town? Where's the goddamn Taylor Swift?
Hey,
Where's the goddamn stick? Where's the goddamn anybody? Why?
Now that Taylor Swift, that shit is that contract already signed. They just
bro,
they just ain't put a year on it yet.
if I'm the NFL, bro, I'm shutting down all this shit. Cause bro, the numbers that will amass, like, oh my God. I got people talking about football that never care a sin about football right now. To me, that's like a once in a every 10 years, maybe once in a generation type of thing that's boiling up with that situation. Like if they may not even be together next year type shit. So like to to me, they should be going after using up that resource while it's there, like in my opinion. I think that might be a good move to not have her do it. Even though I love Kendrick, like he's one of my for sure. He's probably top 5, top 10 my favorite artists. But on a business level, it don't make sense.
Well,
I
it don't make
definitely
more sense than Taylor Swift, is
Oh,
what you're saying?
yes, it don't make more sense. So you're right. But outside of rap, it's I would say the best we had to offer would be Kendrick, then Travis, then probably like Future or Kanye. But they not letting Kanye. He gonna go run up there and say
Yeah.
some. He gonna
Kanye, the Super
full
Bowl is
coon.
gonna be pandemonium.
Kanye gonna go up on the Super Bowl and tell everybody who's gonna win.
Type shit.
If it's a script, he gonna be like, I don't know why y'all about to keep watching. The Steelers about to win 28-21. Album
Like,
dropping. Album dropping 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was shocked when I saw that Kendrick was doing. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But that's the
I
power.
was shocked, but I was like, okay, it makes sense why he been so quiet. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, what are your thoughts on Drake wanting to go round two? Like, I don't know if we got to talk about that last week or whatever it was.
it's over. Give it up.
another round.
Pack it up. There's no other rounds in a rap beef when you've been dismantled. If it was still even, sure. Like, imagine back to back of
Uh,
Meek Mill saying I
the
want a
only
round two.
the only thing is like a lot of rhetoric I'm seeing on both sides. There's a lot of people who still don't think he lost. And there's a lot of people who are starting to say,
His career's over.
no. A lot of people starting to say, "What's the name?" was the best song, was the best diss song.
Family matters.
Yes,
If
it's a lot of people retrospecting the battle and like, you know what, that song might, if Not Like Us don't come out, he might have had the battle. Type, it's a
no,
lot of that happening. So I
no,
don't think it's just I don't think it's I think it's over if they don't do it no more. But if he want to shoot, if Kendrick shoot back, I could see it happening. I don't see why
I
it
still think
wouldn't
it's like
happen.
the number one. It was the number one song because like I saw it and they said Rich Homie Quan's because Rich Homie Quan all his songs are rising up.
Yeah,
Rest in peace.
hell
All
yeah,
his
we
songs
didn't we
are.
didn't talk about Rich Homie. So rest in peace, Rich Homie, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that deeper because I don't. I mean, yeah, we get deeper into that. But I was looking at the charts and Not Like Us was still number two. I'm like, have you even heard that shit? When was the last time you heard it?
Not
Not
like
Like
us is
Us.
everywhere, bro.
Hmm?
Not like us is everywhere. We gotta think about it, bro. It is
Still?
college football time. These bands, especially HBCU bands, are playing not like us. It's not going nowhere.
I need to go outside.
It's not going anywhere. Like, you gotta think about outside of not like us and Rich Homie Quan dying. What has been another big song this year in rap? Don't
Hmm.
worry, I'll wait.
Hmm. Like that. I just did another one. I like that song, which is the same song.
Like, that's the whole point. So like, there's um no other big song this year outside of Not Like Us. And I'm gonna have to do my research about Rich Homie Quan because I'm definitely about to put the damn 10-4 hat on. Maybe the next segment.
Yeah, we
So
got
I'm
one
definitely
more
doing some
left. So
research in the break. But we all know that I want both Lou and Cody to hear me when I say this. When I die, I'm gonna give y'all niggas my Google Drive information. Release
Oh no.
all my fucking music.
Okay. I thought you was about to say some other shit. I don't know what.
Nah,
go ahead,
because
upload it on these platforms and set the release date for.
Yeah, you can do that yourself.
2085.
I've
Yeah.
been thinking about doing that. You could
Set,
do it on YouTube at the
Mhm.
for sure. You could release something 2085 on YouTube.
I'm set up to August with the YouTube. I'm trying to get ahead of that shit, but yeah, we got less than a minute. I can't wait to jump into that Rich Homie Quan thing because um it's just crazy like how big that run was when it was happening. Hey man, to clear this up, Kendrick is a great performer though. I think he's an incredible performer.
For sure.
one of the best.
Come on, Kendrick, right?
So what?
Said Kendrick, right?
Yeah, Kendrick.
Mhm. But yeah, it's different little. It's a lot of things at play.
Yeah.
Big business. I ain't been able. I'm gonna listen to the Big Sean album.
Yeah, I heard it, bro. It was straight, to be honest.
It's straight.
Yeah.
Texas is playing Michigan. I ain't listening to no Eminem. I ain't like no Eminem posts. I ain't retweet no nothing. I ain't. It was fuck Big Meech this week. I'm good now. Anything from Michigan, Motown, any of that.
Yeah. Oh,
So I'm gonna listen
you die hard.
to it this week.
They enemies is your enemies.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't like yeah. I don't like there's no other sports team I like more
Texas.
than Texas, yeah. Hold on, Brody. Give me a second. Somebody calling me from work.
Right.
What y'all talking about?
He was saying how much he love Texas. Texas is his team.
I used to want Texas football.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still trying to do my research before I do my big ass tenfold theory with Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah, me too.
I'm trying to find out who is his record, who is his distribution. I think it's a game. I don't know if they did their own distro, which I'm sure not. I think it does. I think it'll go back to the big three. Some in some form or fashion, it always goes back to the big three. Like my main theory is, man, if you want to make some damn money, especially as an artist, you have to die. Like I would say this. I've been a fan of I Promise I Won't Ever Stop Going In since it dropped. Like I think that's one of the best for me, one of the best mixtapes of the 2010. One of my favorites, I'll say. But it's when once he died, that like you said earlier, that shit was went up. So I don't know, man. They said he took a bad perk, which makes you think who was his plug? Um, how did this shit even happen? I mean, of course, I'm sure everything has fucking fentanyl in it nowadays, but was it intentional? There's a lot of missing questions in the shit.
My bad, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, on here.
Yeah, I'm on here.
I just kind of yeah, because I'm where you at too, but I'm like, yeah, I gotta do more research on it. But like to speak to like it's just crazy how people shit go up when they, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy how the world works.
Who researching?
Huh?
What you say you was researching?
Just more about that situation. Where, I guess Rich Homie Quan.
Oh, okay.
So
Was it overdose?
Yeah,
That's what they said.
that's what they said. Bad pills or some shit. But granted, I would say this first. He shouldn't be taking no goddamn pills from the get-go. But I definitely think there's something nefarious going on. But I guess I don't bring no crazy theories out yet until I get gather some more information.
Yeah.
Like even with we're talking about with Kendrick and Drake, like the main person who's winning all this damn beef is Lucien Grange, the owner of Universal Records.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, I think the industry is involved somehow, some way with Sean McCoy. Don't know yet, but hopefully, I hope all his family and him keep 100% of his royalties, and I could be lost, but
You could be lost, brother.
say what?
You could be lost.
Could be.
How y'all feel?
Say what?
How y'all feel about Drake doing 100 gigs?
I think it was
100 gigs? I ain't even heard none of the tracks on to be real. I mean, granted, I'm
me neither. But like, I think it's a cool
I
concept.
think
Just releasing mass information, like just dumping a lot of stuff. I think it's cool, like content.
I ain't
think
really been. I ain't been just quick. My opinion is real easy. Like I ain't been. I haven't consumed much of it. I listen to the music, but I haven't. I watch like clips of the shit if it's on social media. But I haven't gone on YouTube and really watch. It depend on the song. Like nothing. That furthest thing. That's one of my favorite songs by him. So I watch him record that shit. I fuck with it. But how you feel about it, Tori?
I feel that it's a ploy. He's trying to gain he's trying to stay in their favor, have the favor of the public interest, and it's not working as it should. I feel like if Drake wasn't in this predicament with Kendrick Lamar, then he wouldn't be doing anything like he is now. So I definitely think he's throwing all type of flare guns and all type of shit
Why do you think that?
because he's lost favor.
Amongst who though?
That's a good question. You don't really know at this point.
I think I think I think
Somebody do.
that's what a lot of people who feel. I expected you to say that, Tori, because I know how you've been talking, like you wanted him to not drop nothing at all. And after the beef, I was like, I expect him to release, but I don't know exactly what would be smart other than dropping like just undeniable music. I feel like this the smartest thing he could do. I think this the way what he's doing is the smartest thing he can do. Just because it's like who don't want to see that footage? 3, but I don't necessarily think, you know what I'm saying? Like I think the beef mean more to you than it do to him.
I think it means
I think
Nah,
people wanted to
nah.
see him.
Fuck that.
No,
Nah, fuck that.
that's my point. I think you wanted to see him go away. I think you wanted to see him lose more than he was afraid of losing. So I think he like I think a lot of the things he's doing, maybe he wouldn't be doing 100 gigs, but it might have been something he thought about doing. You know what I mean? It could have been something he thought about doing, but he didn't want to do because he was at the top.
They were saying
It's a possibility he's doing it because he don't feel pressure no more.
he can
You know
literally,
what I mean?
he could sell that as a product, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Subscription service.
get access to all that. You know what I'm saying?
Put
He
it
could
on
keep
Patreon.
updating it, kind of like that. Yeah, you could just keep updating periodically, but you got to pay $5 a month to access it.
I don't think he's doing anything different. From a standpoint, I don't think he's doing anything different than he has before. You know what I mean? As far as releasing content goes, I think
he did nothing like this before.
He did what?
I don't think he's done nothing like this before. As
Yeah,
far
yeah, different. Yeah, but as far as output, like people been like, man, he been trying a whole bunch of shit. Like, I mean, yeah, he
it's
is,
more
but I
like
don't think
he has
he's
like a mystique
he
around how his recording process. There's not much
that's
information
the
on
different
him.
part, not the
So like,
songs.
yeah,
He's always released Lucy's. The songs ain't different. The was definitely.
I just mean documented it. To me, that's the biggest gift is just like the visuals, like the behind the scenes. I think that's what makes it cool. And
That shit fire. Fuck with that. I fuck with and then there's some clips that like you could tell he put out on purpose, like that clip about Kendrick. And I think it ended up being a song that Action Bronson got on. I think 40 made it. I don't know who made the beat. I don't know the details. But there's a clip, um, and you could tell from the nigga hair and shit. This is like right around, like right before "To Pimp a Butterfly" or whatever. He was cooking up some album, and they were talking. Him and 40 was like, "Yeah, this is Kendrick gonna kill that shit, especially where he is right now. He gonna kill that shit." Like it. So I think like that shit is interesting to know that
bro, the culture, hey bro, the culture created that beef. If the culture,
I mean it did, but I
if
think
the
it
culture was
definitely
if the culture was good, they could have made a collab album, J. Cole, Kendrick, and J. Cole. But the culture produced that rather than produce what you know what I'm saying? Like,
it started with both of them though. It started with Kendrick though. Kendrick ain't like them. We don't know why. We still
I
don't
think it
know
started
why.
because of that control. But even
Yeah,
that's not
yes,
to
but
me.
but I think he didn't like him. I think he released control. I think he released control because he didn't like him.
I
You
don't know.
get
He
you
said
get you get
everybody's
I
name,
don't I
bro.
don't think the
He
dislike I
said
don't think the
multiple
dislike
people's
happened
names.
before that. You said what?
He said everybody name though. He didn't just say
Yes,
his name.
yes, for sure, for sure. But how many people says Kendrick, you crazy for that? Just as many names as he's saying, but
But some
only
people
one
rap.
nigga.
Some people rap. You know, Meek rapped. I think Pusha rap. I think a lot
Hold
of
on,
people.
you saying Kendrick? You saying Kendrick dropped control because of Drake?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
he was just
saying
like
I'm
just saying
saying
everybody.
by the time he drops control, he didn't like Drake.
I definitely can see that, but you gotta think about at the time Control dropped too. Control dropped. Only person that's really saying something out the way about the response to Control was Drake.
He's the
No, it
only one that
wasn't.
basically took offense to it. Everybody like J.
Yeah,
Cole.
yes, but that's my point. My point is, if he drops footage, and it could be fugazi footage, they could have been fake on the fucking footage. But all I'm saying is, it seems like, and Drake brought Kendrick out, right? Drake brought Kendrick out on a tour.
Mhm.
Drake Drake put Kendrick on his best album. Kendrick has a whole verse by himself on the album. Drake then does a song with on his debut album. It doesn't seem like there was it doesn't seem like it was a situation where Kendrick did something to Drake. It seems like Drake did something to Kendrick and Kendrick didn't like him. Yes, Drake was crying about the verse, but there were other artists who did, and we've never seen Kendrick say anything about them. He's had an issue with Drake ever since. Like we could tell, like that was a moment where something definitely was at awry. I think before Control drops, Kendrick had an issue with him.
Mhm.
I
You
think
get what I'm saying? And
to
he
me
and
it felt more competitive at first. It still felt competitive, but I think the way that he reacted made him okay. You reacted that way, all right. That's I go at the best. I guess the biggest rapper. I
the
think
way he and even the way he said something about it, like he did that interview on stage with Elliot. Even the way Drake, I can tell something happened because, and I could always tell something happened because of how he tried to downplay that. He's not somebody that, again, I see this nigga just like he pieced it up with Chris Brown. In 15 years, he's the type to be like, nah, Kendrick, one of the greatest of all time. That fucking verse up. In the moment, he mad about it though. So he's trying to downplay he tried to downplay, and this is how I know there was a personal thing that happened and they probably went back and forth or somebody said something and it got to each other. You know what I'm saying? Because he tried to act like Kendrick wasn't an album artist. That's what he said. He was like, I'm about making albums. This is like right before Nothing Was the Same drop. This was after Take Care. You get what I'm saying? Kendrick had dropped Good Kid, Mad City. What he said was, I'm not a moment artist. I'm somebody who focuses on creating bodies of work and not just moments. So that was cool, but is anybody gonna talk about it a year from now? That was obvious hate. What he said was hate. And if it's hate, that means he had a reason to be upset with him. It wasn't just the verse. You get what I'm saying? Everybody else made it competitive. It was like, wait a minute, nigga, you gonna shoot at me? Like Crit, didn't Crit say something on there? A lot of niggas just went on wax and was like, you gonna take a shot at me, I'm gonna take a shot on you back, specifically through the rap route. And Kendrick ain't never responded none of them. But it was personal with Drake, but I think it was because he knew it was actually personal. You could even say subliminally that was Kendrick trying to get him out the cubbyhole.
You got some hidden Kendrick smoke?
Me? No. I got unbiased. I got unbiased look at all of it. It's not smoke at all. I think Kendrick had an issue. I'm trying to figure out what the issue is. That's all. I think it was because
I think
that's
it's
how he was talking
competition,
about.
bro. They're fighting over, bro. He's mad that somebody
Oh,
sells more music. I think that's what it is. Like, I think it's competition based. I don't think it's super duper personal. He saw that as his competition, potentially. Even though they do
but
different
J.
shit, but
Cole,
that's the
but
number
J.
one
Cole,
artist.
but J. Cole was big too. And they always
He
they
always
always
say J.
been
Cole
cool.
name too. And I think about it, he says J. Cole's name all the time as well. He
Yeah,
deems it in his
but we
name.
know their relationship always been good.
Okay.
That's my point is I don't think Drake it's not just friendly. I think something I don't know what happened, but I feel like something happened, you know? That's all I'm saying. Around 2012, 2013, 2014, something happened. Kendrick seen something, heard something, and personally
Good Kid, Man City was
it bothered him.
2012. Was that 2012?
It was right around the time I moved. It could have been 20. I'll look it up.
Yeah, man. This is crazy.
Nah, fuck that. You're very biased, Lou. Obviously, you want Kendrick to lose. If you're not saying anything positive about Kendrick, you obviously a hater, according to internet stats.
Exactly.
But I
It
see what
was
you're saying though, for real,
it's
though. It's
2012.
like I can
And
see what you mean.
even back then, like it was a lot of subliminal shots. And I've always peeped it. Like Kendrick said, in your head, in our heads, I get what you're saying, Cody. Like the culture did it because in our heads, because they attempt music, even at back then, like Kendrick would say shit like, we don't go to radio, we make radio come to us. So he would make hits back then that didn't sound like they belonged on the radio. And he grew up his fan base like that, where Drake was more the hit maker. He tried to make hits. So like subliminal, there always been this energy about how they go about creating shit. And the fans that became the fans what's the word I'm looking for? That's how
Scapegoat.
fans looked at it. Like, oh, look, I don't really care about the hits singing. I like the nigga that rap better. So yeah, the way you doing it is wrong. So we'll never like you type shit, and vice versa. Niggas who's saying, that rappy, like niggas said, damn, we gonna get slave raps at the Super Bowl. Niggas who don't like that type of shit, they downplaying Kendrick's artistry, and in a way,
Hey, Kendrick
this
better
was
give.
this was
Hey, he better
inevitable.
give slave raps. If he don't give slave raps, he better give slave raps. At least one time.
I feel like
Who your tap shoes
I
for?
don't know, man. I feel like Drake is at the end of his career. I mean, granted, I would give you this. No one in the history of rap, damn near let alone music, has had a long enough run as Drake has, and I would definitely give him that. But going back to the 100 gigs, I feel like he thinks his time is up. His time is dwindling, and I feel like the state of rap is in a weird state right now. Because there's really nobody that's going to be next up. I feel like there's nobody that's going to be like, okay, I'm about to take the crown, whoop de whoop, and that goes back to
No.
Kendrick because like rap is a young man's game, and most of the top rappers are mid upper
I
30s,
think it's changing. I don't think it's a young man's game anymore.
and that's the problem because there's nobody, at least not as of yet, young enough that could be, hey, I'm about to take the crown and about to bring it to the next generation.
I don't think. I'm sorry to cut
Let
you
me
off.
take that back. Go ahead, go ahead.
I don't think it's I don't think it's a young man's game, and that's why I don't think like it's very interesting. And this is where your bias is showing, right? Because Drake has been the number one rapper. So Kendrick beats him in a battle. And if you want to say, because it's still an argument as far as streams, numbers, and all of that, in totality, not just what's happening right this second, but in totality, it's an argument who's bigger. But even if culturally we want to say Kendrick is over Drake, Drake is still over a bunch of artists. And there's a lot of rappers. LL Cool J just dropped the album. So there's a
I heard
bunch of
that
rappers older than him, younger than him, Drake. Just because Kendrick beat him, now his career is over. That's where your bias is showing because I think that's what you want to happen. But nowhere in any other field does somebody say, "Hey, you're not the best quarterback in the world anymore. Now you're the second best quarterback in the world. You're out of the league." No, he could be, and that's even an argument. If he's the second best rapper, biggest rapper, third, fifth, sixth, he can still have a career in 10 years. And that's why I'm saying you're looking at everything from a lens where Kendrick was gonna beat him and he's done for. Instead of saying he just lost. Meek Mill lost to Drake and he wasn't even in the top 5 conversation. He was top 10 in relevance. But Meek Mill is still
nah. Meek Mill was never, even though he's still quote unquote relevant, he was never the same after that.
But he still has a career. He still made money. He still made moves. He still
I think
tours.
what you're missing is
I'm not saying that Drake, like Drake is done with. Like he's done with music.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is his favorability with the general public has taken a dip. So he's doing crash outs and trying to, throw 100 gigs out, do this, that, and a third to keep his relevancy up, and it's not going to be the same. I'm not saying that Drake can't go on tour right now.
What if Kendrick did 100 gigs? What if Kendrick is, but everybody makes music the same.
Why would
right?
Okay.
Every artist makes around the same, especially Kendrick and Drake. The difference between Drake and Kendrick is Drake releases more. That's the only difference. They both probably have the same amount of songs, right? Chris Brown probably record more than everybody and he released more than everybody. But there's artists that if 2 years go by, they might make 50 songs. The difference between Drake and Kendrick is if 2 years go by, Kendrick's going to release 12 of those 50. Drake is going to release 25 to 30 of those 50. My point is, if Kendrick won this battle, which he did, and then he started releasing unreleased shit, y'all would be like, yo, this nigga, this shit hard as fuck. This shit's smart. This shit's so smart. Yo, look at him recording money trees. Look at him recording swimming pools. Yo, this nigga was really in a cave recording. This shit lit, bro. See, Drake
He needs to
Drake
release a
can do this.
documentary about
Do you
him
understand what I'm saying?
making all them diss tracks.
The bias is showing because what Drake is doing, there's nothing bad, there's nothing crash out about releasing footage of him recording the album 10 years ago. There's nothing crash out about releasing music that he's done within the last 2 years in a 3-pack. He's done that. That's what he's been doing. There's nothing about that screams that. You get what I'm saying? If Kendrick lost and he did it, I wouldn't say he's crashing out. You get what I'm saying?
Mm,
I mean, I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying. I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong, but what you're saying is wrong, bro. Like, I don't think that if Kendrick dropped 100 gigs in the same way that Kendrick has been known to
it
be
would be
very
dumb.
seclusive. So what?
It would be dumb for him to do that. Everything he's giving to you by itself is going crazy. Why would he choose?
Exactly.
I'm gonna give you one more item. Yeah, I'll go crazy for that for 3 months. Here's another, I'm like, in the situation, he's not, it would be dumb for him to do that, to do the gigs, but I mean,
I don't think more content is ever wrong. We could disagree about that, but I don't think more
based on
content
the
is.
way, I'm just saying, based on like his profile of artists, like what he's doing, like it makes sense in Drake's ecosystem more. It's like you can't find that much Kendrick. He's in very in-house. It's like, I don't know. I feel like he's selling you products more so than giving them away at this point.
And you're very level-headed, even though you definitely lean towards Kendrick. So I appreciate that take. I just know it's a nigga out there that's saying Drake is stupid for dropping 100 gigs. But if Kendrick was
It's me.
doing
I'm
it,
that nigga.
I agree with both
if
of y'all.
Kendrick did it,
I
if
literally
Kendrick did it,
right in the
niggas would
middle.
be like, yeah, it's over with. That nigga ain't drop. If Drake didn't drop and Kendrick dropped 100 gigs, it's a nigga out there saying, see, he got him out the cubby hole and now he playing him. Because it's niggas talking about numbers now. Before, you talk to Kendrick fans, whenever Drake niggas would be like, well, he sells
Quality
more than
over
Kendrick.
quantity.
Niggas be like, well, selling, who cares about album sales? Now everybody cares about streams because Kendrick is out streaming Drake. You get what I'm
I
saying?
don't give a fuck about streams.
I'm just saying different people are.
I get what you're saying though. I was reaching the first half
Bro,
that
it's
Drake dropped
literally
in his
this
lane.
simple. It's cool that Drake is doing it, but he's definitely still throwing grenades and just distraction. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely think so. I think he's throwing distraction.
But I think it's awesome that the fans get cool information. Like I think both things are very, very much true here. Like he's fighting for his life.
I think so.
And he's trying
It does.
He's trying not to appear like he's fighting for his life.
No, I don't like. I just disagree with that whole. I disagree with how we even look at the beef because I can tell y'all
I
are
don't think
holding
he
a
has to
lot of
do it for
weight
money,
towards
but
the.
it's a relevance thing. It's something that isn't necessarily a currency that he's losing. Like it's not an actual physical, like a number that he's losing, but he's losing something else that can't be.
For sure, he's
That
losing
can't
something, but
be.
I don't think it's enough for him to be really rattled.
He's never done nothing like this before.
That's my whole
Yeah,
point.
yeah, but
he's never done nothing like this. And the thing is, you gotta think about this. You gotta think about all the damn Instagram.
But it's still
you gotta think about
cool.
all the damn shots he's been saying about.
But
Okay, if let's say this, let me say this real quick. If Drake didn't have no damn response after part 6 and let it ride and let it breathe to like right now and drop 100 gigs, it'd be a totally different conversation.
No way, buddy.
People saying the heart is the best song to be.
Saying there has never been anything that Drake has done in the last 6 months that you said I fuck with it. You get what I'm saying?
I'm saying I would still fuck with it. I'm saying it doesn't seem so much as a Hail Mary throw.
A lot of the shit y'all have to chop up too. Like didn't he, or was that J. Cole? Didn't Lil Durk came out with a song, right? and Drake's
You know
on
they
it,
came for dirt.
right? No, I'm just saying a lot of the songs that have been released are their songs and they're releasing it. Like the shit with Yachty was Yachty's song. This is something that Drake would have done regardless. The Dirt song was probably coming out regardless. Even with the J. Cole shit, everybody mad at J. Cole for certain shit. These songs probably been done already, and they're just now coming out. So when you think about the 100 gigs, isn't most of it video footage? How many of it is actual songs?
Right, it's like 3 songs out of 100. That's the
Okay,
whole point.
so he's just
You're
dropping
dropping-
footage.
You're dropping footage for your quote unquote one of your I think his best album. Nothing was the same. You're dropping footage of nostalgia. Hey man, you ever seen the damn episode of South Park with the fucking member berries? You remember we did this? You remember when I did that? Oh, let me go get some footage from Nothing Was the Same. No, nigga. Let's talk about your rapping skills, nigga. It's not time to reminisce. It's time for you to step up to
and
the podium.
that's the bias right there. No, nigga. Let's not talk about that good time. Right now, you lost. We've been dragging you for months, and we want to drag you for as long as you've been hot. That's where the bias comes out. We don't want to talk about how good you've been. We really didn't want you to be up there. Now we're going to talk about you losing this battle for 20 years. That's what y'all want. You don't ever want him to recover from this. And I wish people would just say that instead of trying to, oh, this shit's stupid. No, nigga, it ain't stupid. Y'all want the nigga to go in a cubby hole and never release nothing ever again. It don't matter what it is.
I would proudly say that I'm one of the niggas. I want that nigga to go in the corner
Put
and
my
never
bias
release.
aside.
I'm saying this though. If Kendrick Lamar, let's switch Kendrick Lamar for Meek Mill. And if you go back to 2016 with Back to Back, Drake was stomping on that nigga's grave.
Every chance he could.
Every chance he could.
Drake was. Never is my critique towards Kendrick. Kendrick could do whatever he pleases. And that's the difference between me and everybody else. Y'all are critiquing the artists, and I'm critiquing y'all's reaction to what each of them do.
Let me say this real quick, though. If Drake, I lost my train of thought. So if Drake was basically like he was stomping on a nigga's grave, so Drake being the most goddamn like when Meek Mill when Back to Back dropped, all your folk, what y'all say? Yes, Meek Mill still dropped championships and other good projects, but his image in the public eye was never the fucking same. It was not the same.
But every Meek Mill's album. Why? Because before the beef, I was a Meek Mill fan. And if you were a Meek Mill fan before the beef and you fuck with him before the beef, you fuck with him before he got with Nicki. If you fuck with a nigga after with all the shiny object shit hit the fan, you really not a fan anyway.
Right.
So
that's what I'm saying. That's the whole point. The point is, as you know, as an artist, nigga, of course you need to care about your core fan base, but I still need the casual to still know who the fuck I am.
No, you don't. If you're 15 years in the game, Drake doesn't need it. He's rich.
Like, but Drake wants that. That's the problem. He doesn't need it. He wants it. That's the whole thing. And you
think dropping video vlogs is the way that's how he would get it?
He's trying to stay. That's my whole point. He's trying to stay in the public eye.
I don't. If he was trying to do that, I think he would do something more forward facing than
do
that.
You think that he puts this as a loss? Do you think that his awareness has his ranked as a loss, or do you think that
I think he probably views it. I don't know what he thinks, but I think he probably thinks what he said on the song. And from the song, from the last song, it seemed like I think he feels like he beat him, but he understands the culture. He's very culture sound. Drake is culture sound, so it's not like he don't think he even if he thinks he won, he knows it's a loss because y'all are saying it's a loss. You get what I'm saying? We're all saying it's a loss. So even if he thinks he did better.
I think all we're saying
I
is,
think he chalks it up as a loss, but I don't think he chalks it up as I need to do something to stay relevant. I don't think that's where his head is
I
at
think
all.
he's basing it on his audience more so. He's understanding that this makes them happy. This takes
Exactly.
them away from what's happening. But like the people that aren't his fans, they don't see it. They just see it as some like him just trying random things.
It's the same thing as the J. Cole shit. Whatever J. Cole does, the fan base is gonna fucking listen to. He's not gonna win over people who don't really fuck with him. I think that's where Drake is too. You know what? Everybody want me to shut up. Everybody expects me to shut up. I'm not gonna shut up, and I'm gonna just feed people that actually fuck with me, and I'm okay with that. If you fuck with Kendrick and it's fuck me, cool. I'm not gonna win you over. There ain't nothing he can do to win him over. Like that. We be
All we're saying is that.
downplaying artists, but like these niggas is smart. These
So
niggas
you
ain't
don't think
stupid.
that has
So let me say this
no
real quick.
panic in it, Silu? Like
Let me
honestly,
ask you a question, Luke.
I think more so quickly. I'll answer his question.
he's
The panic was more. The
he's
panic was
reacting to
more.
losing. So
I think
he's
no.
aware
The
these next
panic was
steps have to be
more.
positive.
The panic was more. I'm not a pedophile. The panic was more. I don't have a kid. The panic wasn't. I'm no longer a topic of conversation. And
Did he
6 months
publicly make a
later,
message saying that he wasn't
we're
one of
all
them
talking
things?
about it.
Did he
Yeah,
publicly?
he talked about the daughter. Yeah.
My thing is this, bro. Let me ask you this question. It's kind of off topic, but still on topic. Would you rather be, as right now, you a rapper? Would you rather have a Drake feature right now in 2024, or sign to
Sign to who?
Bad Boy,
Would I rather have a Drake feature or sign a Bad Boy?
or basically be in connection with Diddy?
It
Why
doesn't
would that?
matter. It doesn't matter if it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I'll probably take the Drake feature.
My point is this: having the Drake stimulus package in 2024 is no more.
That's what I'm saying. There's no
To
stimulus package,
you
and there's
though,
no
like
people to
so
even.
if somebody
There's nobody that can even make a stimulus package or even use one. Like it's no give or like there's you know what I'm saying? It seems like there's a void in hip hop.
you're
Like, both sides
gonna
of it that doesn't even
do,
exist.
You see, look, even though I'm not going to talk about the numbers. The numbers, like he drops a song with Camilo, or he drops a song with some other big artists, and those
yeah,
ain't did shit compared to Drake.
okay, but how many times has he dropped with pop artists and it doesn't do shit? It happens. It's just he's been doing it for so long, and now we're in a moment where it's okay to trash a nigga. You're able to say it didn't do shit. He dropped shit with pop artists all the time. Like none of it. And that song, and it's a pop artist. You know they had that shit written in stone. That song was gonna come out. This wasn't
Right.
oh shit, I just lost a battle. Let me do a song. Who's available? Oh, you got an album coming out in 2 weeks. Let me get on a song. That's not you get what I'm saying? That ain't what happened.
Nigga,
That could have been what happened.
We know the inner workings
Alright.
of dropping music. You know we know that, bro.
But
What I'm saying is, it's not the same. Let's say, for example, let's rewind to January 2024, and I'm an artist, I'm a pop artist. I'm working my shit. Damn, I got this Drake collab shit. Let me go ahead and drop this goddamn shit. Like you doing your shit, you waterfalling the shit. Not really waterfalling, but you dropping per month. Let me go ahead and goddamn drop this shit. I'm gonna drop this single, in May. I'm gonna drop this Drake feature in June. Back then, in January 2024, shit, soon as the Drake feature dropped, nigga, I'm gonna be at least top 10 on billboards. And this shit ain't gonna work no more. So going back to the point of, it doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying Drake is. I think I would say one track Drake is scrambled. I think that Wagwan Delilah was a scramble track. I think that's some shit he just did within the beef time period, because he can't tell me.
he was talking about the Drake stimulus package. He just called me too. He trying to see if we could play the game and string on the game while we talk. I'm really trying to see if I'm really trying to see if my homeboy, because he tweeting about this shit right now. Like
Tweeting about what?
he tweeting about this shit right now, and he be answering. Like he love answering Drake fans.
Is he a
Uh,
K-Dot fan or is he a Kendrick or Drake
yeah,
fan?
he Kendrick. Like he love, but he like Eminem. Like he love Eminem,
Oh,
his favorite
he
rapper.
the Eminem dude. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Send that nigga the
Kendrick
link.
is Kendrick
Send that
second.
nigga the link.
Send it to
I'm
him.
trying. He be sometimes. I could just send him the link.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Send it to your granny.
Nigga, send that nigga the link. Yeah, we gotta have a conversation about him. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This shit about to go up.
He might not do it though. He ain't telling me not to do it.
I'm gonna bring my uncle on here next week.
Say what?
If I could get him on here, he's funny. But yeah, what was he saying about the stimulus package?
My bad, I'm trying to eat some damn sugar. But as far as stimulus package, man, like the shit, it ain't the same, man. It don't hit no more. Like
Cinnamon toast.
2024.
No.
Say what?
So
Cinnamon
okay,
toast.
let's make it more interesting then though. Okay, so it doesn't work anymore.
Mhm.
Now what? Now what? It don't work. Now Drake it doesn't have the power to give a unknown artist a feature that puts them in top 10 billboards.
I feel like there's not even an artist that, I guess that would just be the upcoming new artist, but I feel like that's not even there. I don't really see it. I don't see.
Yeah, and you want to know why, Cody? Because it was rare anyway. So we're talking about stuff that
Has to happen. to
not
hit.
a lot of people can do anyway. So for him, it's a difference from falling. He ain't at the top. He ain't at the top, but that don't mean his career is over. And that's how people are talking when we say stuff like, you know what I mean?
I don't even
Like Big Sean still got a career and he sold what 20K first week, and he could drop another album next year and be fine. He'll still have a career.
I don't think we're
If
saying
Drake,
he won't have a career. We're just saying like it just that's what it's coming off to as panic. I see a little bit. I'm not to say that he thinks he's gonna fall off the face of the earth and he can't have a career, but he wants that perception of being the best artist. Like I think that's and it's not a number tangible thing. Like his numbers are gonna be Drake numbers forever. But I think it's just like a public opinion type of thing that I think that he wants more than like what we're talking about.
that's an interesting conversation. Really, like what does he want?
But even
And I
that,
think
if you
he
just put
does.
their art next to each other, who has like, and I don't know, I'm in the middle. Who has better art when you put their art to like you would think it'd be easy to say Kendrick, but it's not completely easy to say Kendrick. When you put their art, stack it, face them heads up, not worrying about no numbers. Like numbers has nothing to do with how is it a good song, good project. You know what I'm saying? Like who got the best catalog? Let me not say catalog. Take catalog out of there.
Mhm.
Who has the best art?
I think it's a that's what's so hard about music.
That's
It's hard to debate it.
it's
It's
subjective.
hard. It's yeah. So if you say Kendrick, I ain't gonna say you wrong. If somebody says Drake, I
He has
understand
better
what they
albums,
mean.
but if you
Yeah,
compare all of his songs, like
right.
yes, Drake has a lot to throw away, but he has some really good ones within. If it's just maybe 20 to 30 songs, you could do like a versus playlist or something. But like if it's like 30, maybe 20, 30 songs, who's
Mhm.
with you know?
That's why I like the movie comparisons because it's like you comparing Steven Spielberg to Christopher Nolan.
Yes and no.
Where's the no?
Steven Spielberg is a better director than Christopher Nolan.
There's still quality. Like you
Hell
separate
no,
people from
Tori.
quality. Like if I made a movie, you probably couldn't compare it to Scorsese. My first one, you probably couldn't compare it to Scorsese.
No, you couldn't. But like Steven Spielberg makes more digestible films, right? It's easier to
Exactly. That's a
it's
good point.
easy. He ain't trying to Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan trying to it's a lot of underlying shit. There's a lot of but Steven Spielberg got hits. Like he got films that everybody loves.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He got scenes that everybody loves. One can argue what Christopher Nolan does takes more skill though. But there's people who will watch Inception, be confused by it, never watch it again. And if
Exactly.
you understand Inception, you realize how great it is, which is why that movie gets the ratings that it does get. But there are people who will watch a Steven Spielberg movie and will tell you that movie Hook is way better than anything Christopher Nolan ever did, like some crazy shit like that. And if you look at the numbers, it's hard for you to say that they are wrong. But if you really look at the art, like
I'm
that's
not
why
looking
it's
at the
such a
numbers.
hard. Right?
I said
Yeah, yeah.
take numbers
But
out.
people, that's the thing about numbers is it kind of is
It
a
doesn't. I don't
social
think
proof. It's kind of like when we say what's a classic, usually it
it's not
has to
based on the
be an
numbers.
album that it's not based on numbers, but it is based off perception, right?
Like I'm kind
Like
of
if I if you make an album and we listen to it and it's no skips on it,
yes, but
but
knowing all this, you know
only
that
us five, only
they're
us,
pumping
hold on,
money into a specific product. They're pumping
for
more
sure, for
money
sure,
into
for
a
sure,
product. So to me,
definitely.
once you put that into account, it's all fabricated, like all of it. So not to say that there's not real fans in there, but I'm just saying like just that's why I'm taking it out of the equation.
The numbers it inflates what's actually there.
Yes.
Right? Like if you don't put the numbers in something, something can still do well. But if you don't put the numbers, if you don't put the money in something, something can not do as good as it would do if you put the money into it, type shit.
Like I'm not a
And
big fan of
there's artwork of
but reasonable
yeah,
doubt would do good for the first 5 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's
but
still
it's a
a cult
classic.
classic, but like it wasn't necessarily because it had crazy numbers. That's why I'm just like,
And
oh,
if money was put into it, somebody like Tory might actually fuck with the album.
because it's gonna go across his timeline. It's gonna be
Right.
it's gonna
But
be
even
marketed to where you
but
can see it.
but even so, there's people that
A
what
million
has to
tourists.
happen is people have to people that you fuck with and a good amount of people that you trust their taste have to say something's a classic in order for it to be a classic, and numbers plays a part into that is all I'm saying. Like Baby Boy is a classic. It didn't do well at box office, but
It's a good.
everybody's watched that movie. Every in our culture has watched that movie because we all grew up on BET and it was on BET, and that way that was pushed, right? Because it was on BET so much, it was put in front of us so much.
That's one of the
So
movies you don't watch from
it's a
start to finish, but you done seen the whole movie. But it's always
yeah,
on TV
and
back in the day.
that movie might not be better than Inception, but
No,
you get what I'm saying? But
he wasn't trying to
if
be.
you ask the right person, they'll watch Inception 5 minutes of it and be like, hell no, Baby Boy is way better than this bullshit.
I'm that
You get
person.
what I'm
I
saying?
tried
Like,
watching Inception and I can't watch that bullshit. That movie's fucking trash.
Bro, that shit is hard. You crazy.
I wouldn't sleep in the first 15 minutes of that movie. That movie's ass, bro.
I still don't know
That's,
I still don't know what it's about. I know what it's about, but
but do
it's
you know what Baby Boy? You know what Baby Boy's about? What's Baby Boy about?
oh, just a nigga from
the
South
same shit.
that ain't got
Exactly.
no job.
You know
It's the same
exactly
shit
what
as
the fuck.
Inception. It's the same shit. That's why I be saying, bro, this every movie the same. But nah, Baby Boy just about it's just a goddamn. It's like I look at it like a coming of age movie. That's how I look at it. He was just grown as fuck, but that's what it is.
He
Is
really
coming
wasn't
of age.
grown as fuck. The nigga's like 18, 19, 20. He really wasn't that grown, to be real.
Just to quickly dive into Inception for you in a digestible way, it's like, think about an elevator has 10 rooms on it. I mean, 10 different floors. He's basically just going in and out of these floors and not knowing if he's alive or in a dream the entire time. Like, I still don't even,
He does. He does. He does.
I still feel like,
Inception is they're able to go into they're able to go into imagine if you can go into your dream and live in it, right? Just imagine that. But one of the elements of the movie is knowing what's real. The movie's about is shit real or is shit not real? Like that's like the underlying theme. He has a spinner to keep. He knows he's in a dream because he'll spin a top, and if it doesn't drop, then he's dreaming. If it drops, he knows he's in reality, right? He he spent like he spent like a lifetime with his wife in a dream that they created. She lost touch of her reality. They got kids, physical kids too, but they were in a dream, creating a world and lived for a lifetime. She never wanted to go back. He obviously wanted to go back. You get what I'm saying? Something happened. This is crazy. You can't even sum the movie up in 5 minutes. Something happened and it something happened and he had to leave the United States. I forget what happened. He's trying to get back to the United States
he has to
to
clean
his
his
family,
name.
to his family, right? And the only because they think he killed her, but he didn't kill her because she killed herself because she was crazy in the dream. And if you die in a dream, you die in real life type shit. So or if you die in a dream, you don't wake up type shit. Something like that. So somebody was granting him access back to the United States if he got somebody to sell his company.
Yeah.
Right. So in order to do that, he knew he can do it through his dreams. So the movie is about him going in somebody's dream and convincing this person to sell his father's company
In real life.
through planting the idea in real life, through planting the idea in his dream. And the whole movie takes like it's a 3-hour movie, and it's literally a flight from like the person, they all get on a flight and the person is flying. He falls asleep. By the time he wakes up, they land the plane in America. The movie dope as hell. You get what I'm saying? Like Baby Boy is a good movie, but it's apples and oranges. You get what I'm saying? On this side of the fence, toy though, that's how interesting the art is.
But you can
When it comes to Kendrick and Drake, you're on the side of the more artistic person is better. When it comes to the movie, you're on the simple movie, the more popular movie, the more digestible movie.
So I'm Drake better when it comes to movie watching. That's what you're saying?
Exactly, and I done told you that already. No,
nigga,
I love everything. I love the
what's your
basic
favorite
shit,
movie?
and I love the most complicated shit.
Tell the world.
What's my favorite movie?
Or just some of your favorite movies.
That nigga like comedies.
I like comedies and horror.
And horror, yeah.
So one of my favorite movies is Don't Be a Menace. It's very digestible.
I love Don't Be a Menace.
Yeah.
I like when it comes to movies, like granted that y'all know I'm a conspiracy theory nigga. But when it comes to movies, I want somebody to sit there and digest. Unless I'm trying to watch a documentary and I want to get my damn mind fucked up. Like if I want to watch a good movie, or if I want to watch something that's gonna fuck my mind, watch a Jordan Peele movie or something along a line of psychological thrillers.
Mm-hmm.
But watching a 16-hour Christopher Nolan movie, I can't fucking do it. No matter what the hell he does. That can be Tenet. That can be Inception. That can be the Batman movies. That can be the latest movie gets dropped. What's that shit that gets dropped? Oppenheimer. I'm not watching no fucking 12-hour movie that's going to be completely circles.
You know what, bro? I'm happy you feel this way because one day it's gonna click and you're gonna have a lot of.
I mean, man, how many times you had this conversation, Lou?
Plenty, but all it's gonna take is Kendrick to do a Christopher Nolan movie, and he's gonna watch that shit.
If they do a collab,
I'm not watching that shit, man. I don't give a fuck if Christopher Nolan directed Good Kid, Mad City movie. I'm not watching it.
and it would be fire, bro. I'm telling
and not
you,
watching it.
Is
that
Soul
should
Plane
be
a
fire.
5-star movie? Out of 5 stars in the category that it is, you got to put things in there right.
Out of 5 stars, look at this shit at 2.5.
Is it a
Like,
5-star in this world?
Mm. It's number 5. And that's and that in my and I'm the way I like movies and the way I like music and that way I like a lot of things is I appreciate shit for what it is and the intention. So like I don't judge a Christopher Nolan movie like I would judge
Wayne's movie.
Will Packer?
exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say. Wayans, a
Will
Wayans
Packer?
movie. I know it's different, so I don't. What has he done?
He does.
Who?
I think he does like Think Like a Man type of movies. Like
Gotcha.
Think
Who
Like
you
a,
talking
Yeah,
about?
I fuck with them. Like,
yeah, Will Packer and like Tyler Perry. Like
yeah,
there's okay. You can
I be
compare
making
art,
fun
you
of
really can, but
I be
it
making
has to be
fun
the
of Tyler Perry
categories.
movies all the time.
Yeah,
Tyler Perry movie is a whole other goddamn conversation. Like, you were talking about easily digestible, but I'm still not watching that bullshit. That's a Tyler Perry movie.
yeah, bro.
It's the
It's like I
same
don't
shit.
get no, like
But
I don't
people
give a
that
fuck.
love him, bro,
They love
you
him.
know what I mean? They love that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He can't do no wrong. I be like, bro, this the same movie. You know, it's the
Put me
same
on
movie.
some content, man. Something, some type of media. Like,
100 gigs.
hey, bro,
He's smoking good dope, bro.
for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna watch a
What
nigga in
I've
the
been
studio for
watching?
100 hours.
What I've been watching, bro? I've been watching what's the name? Yeah, I've been on football. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah.
But I finished Bel Air. Bel Air's good. I just caught up. I watched like the last 2 seasons within the last month.
There's a black horror movie that just came out.
What up, Ish?
Deliverance.
So
Yeah, I heard
Deliverance.
about that.
I seen the first half
See,
of that
it be
movie.
movie.
It's good.
I saw
See,
it.
it be movies like that. I'll be waiting to watch because
It's
I don't watch so many movies. I don't like. I'd rather what I care about is don't be too predictable. And if you're gonna be predictable, like I gotta be entertained the whole time.
it's a good watch.
If I'm
I
It's
recommend.
but
I recommend
it's
all
a
you
little
guys watch. I've
a
seen.
just
lot
a,
of those like
Go
shock
ahead.
movies that niggas be watching, like
Say what?
I take my time. Those like shock, like if niggas be like, yo, this shit, I be like, yeah. Every time I go watch the movie, I'll be like, bro, I already know how this shit gonna end.
Slick, not really. It start like you don't even know what it is. But I guess
Oh, really?
social media done told you too much. But
I
oh,
don't
can
know
I
nothing.
comment on something from earlier?
yeah, go ahead.
So y'all was talking about Kendrick and Drake. They're back and forth and shit. And I really think just like the presidential debate, man, like Drake is Trump and Kendrick is whoever the
Hell
Democrat
no.
is the current saint. Kendrick is the progressive saint, while Drake is like he plays Monopoly, like he already got it all. Like he's not even a politician. We're talking about him in rap. He's not even a rapper. You know what I mean?
Okay, I see you, sir.
But he still has fucking
How's he not a rapper?
cool as a like he's not a rapper, but even his as a rapper, like his secondary or his backup skill to being a pop star, being a rapper, he's 1 or 2. That's pretty fucking commendable. Donald Trump losing the presidential election is not a bad thing. Like, why the fuck is that even possible? When did it get to the point where that is the only other option or one of the only options for the president of the United States? You telling me Drake is one of the only options for best rapper in the game? He won. Bro was an actor from Degrassi. He won.
You can
Yep.
miss the point.
I mean, I don't think he won in that sense. I mean, I get what you're saying.
He
Bro,
won his
he won.
life,
He
but
can't lose.
we're talking about
You
a specific
down
battle.
to battle him. That's who you got to battle, and
He
that's
talking
who's
about
giving you a hard time.
in the macro,
And
in the
Metro,
macro, he won.
yeah.
In the
Overall,
in the big picture thing,
You crazy.
you use a no. He's talking career wise. He ain't talking about in the battle.
I don't think this
That's
helps his career. I don't think so. You trying to say he gets a badge of honor for battling Kendrick?
yes, he gets a Purple Heart.
all right. I don't agree with that. But what I thought you were saying, let me save you. Let me
How?
save you. What he's saying is, bro, when he's saying is in the macro, in the micro, he lost.
Bro, this is like
In the
this
micro,
is
he
like
lost.
He gets a badge of honor. He gets what they call it. He gets a special ability for just going up against somebody else.
50
I'm
Cent.
going to
50
the
Cent
gym.
has his run. Lil Wayne had his run.
Drake
Drake's
had
run
his
has
run.
been so long that we're trying to make it. That's what I mean by
They're trying to end it
the
for him.
bias. The bias just sounds so crazy because
You can't.
in the
Here's
macro,
the thing. It's just nobody think anything. I'm not saying anything is ending. I'm just saying like in this span of time, you will be crazy to think he's not making his decisions based off of what just happened. He's not moving off of what just happened.
Most definitely.
yeah, I do
That's
think
kind of
so.
what I'm saying.
I don't think he's spiraling though.
Bro,
No.
his numbers. I don't think his numbers have dipped 1%. So if you're just going based off of that, like he's not losing.
Right.
We're talking about public perception. It's not a thing that is something that a number you can worry about. Is what I think we're talking about per se.
I think it shows just like the election how little the individual's opinion matters. Like you can dislike Drake as much as you want, or you can not want to listen to Kendrick as much as you want. Like you still gonna get a heavy dose of both.
Slick, you can really get out here and get some music by avoiding both of them, to be honest. You can get a lot of good music.
Right. But you can't really avoid either one. Like the two political parties, you cannot avoid either one. Like there'll never be a world where after this point in time, this conversation, this is like
they're on the same team though, is what's crazy.
yes.
I'm saying Kendrick.
So it's like two UFC fighters. It's like two fighters.
And, yeah, for the same.
It's like two fighters, and the thing about it is Drake's not a trained fighter like Kendrick is.
So you're trying to say it's a Jake Paul fight? But he is a trained fighter. Never mind.
He is a trained fighter now. He's Jake Paul, though. He is Jake Paul.
It's like a Nate Robinson fight.
He's Jake Paul.
Never mind.
And that's why his beefs win. He's paying for his victories. And I think what happened is, I think Kendrick ain't gonna be bought, is what it is. So he actually has to fight, and he's not as good of a fighter as he seems. You know what I mean? When he's up against other people,
he's just jumping into his wheelhouse. It's like, I don't know. It's like Steph Curry trying to be LeBron James. Like, you're not gonna be LeBron James, Steph Curry. Shoot your threes and let that nigga dunk on everybody.
Right.
So steps. And he stepped over there, like, but that's what I'm saying. He can step over there as well. It's kind of what upsets me is that he can rap like that, but he
that doesn't make you any money.
I get
Not
it.
that it doesn't make you any money, but why would you
I get
do
it
that?
100%. But I'm saying that's why I wouldn't get in there with that guy if that's not really where my focus is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's not where my focus is, I don't want to be in a rap battle. Like,
That's kind of like a part of being a fighter, though. If you're taking it as far as rap being a battle and aggression and a test of skill and wits,
you got to get in shape before the fight.
hey, he's in shape. How much better shape can he get in? He doesn't have the experience. He's not.
Okay, he
Kendrick.
been boxing, but he got to kickbox. He got to
Nah,
do UFC, but he just been
Kendrick is
boxing.
Floyd. Kendrick is Floyd, and he is Jake Paul.
Oh yeah, that's
Hold up. What?
Kendrick he might not be Floyd, but he's a Floyd Mayweather type. Born and bred, this is what he does. He is one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time. That's what he does. Born and bred. Nobody's arguing that Kendrick is out of line by putting himself at the top. That's not the argument.
You ruined my comparison. You should have went to Conor McGregor. Like, you know what I'm saying? You did Floyd and Conor McGregor because they're playing two different sports, but they can still play that one sport of boxing.
No, I say Drake is Jake Paul because Drake comes from a successful career in acting.
You acting like he garbage. Like he
No, Jake Paul's not garbage.
Jake Paul is garbage, bro.
Jake Paul's not garbage, bro. Muscle
compare
memory
him to
is not
Jake Paul is
garbage, bro.
crazy.
Jake Paul could probably beat up anybody in the podcast.
I'm not saying that he can't.
I'm
not saying he can't.
I mean, amongst
to do
professionals. That. I'm not comparing it to me. I'm comparing it to the people that he has to box. Like the real.
Okay, let me say this in the sense of music. Drake versus Miles. So even though Drake, like Jake Paul is Drake in a situation because instead of Drake, like if Jake Paul was a rapper, I mean, if Jake Paul was a rapper, he'll be going against beats against Miles. He's not beefing against Kendrick because he knows he's going to get his ass whooped. And the same thing when it comes to boxing. Jake Paul's not going to fight nobody like Mayweather. He's not going to fight no fucking Devin. He's not going to fight fucking Devin Haney. He's not going to do that because he knows he's going to get his ass whooped. He's going to fight gimmick fighters like a 60-year-old Mike Tyson or some other bum like Nate Robinson. Come on, man.
Yeah, bro, y'all. I know Pusha T ain't got no fans, but y'all slept on what Pusha T did. Like in that situation against probably to me, Drake was higher at that. Well, I feel like after back to back, he went to a whole different level. But like, I don't know. Yeah. People sleep on Pusha T, but he did when he given that opportunity.
The crazy part about it is, now I don't think that it'll be the same thing with Kendrick, but
he really had better songs than Kendrick, to be honest. No, Kendrick only had 2 songs that was better than that Story Out of Dawn, but the rest of them is better than the ones that Kendrick put out.
I think
616 and then Not Like Us.
You think Story Out of Dawn is better than 616?
No, I'm saying those are the only 2 songs that's better than Story Out of Dawn is 616 and Not Like Us.
Man, you probably shitting on the Story Out of Dawn.
I don't think so.
What?
Oh, so you saying we having a combo now. Now we having a goddamn combo. You saying Pusha T's was better than Kendrick.
I'm saying Pusha T's was better than, I guess, 2 of Kendrick's songs out of the 5 he released. It's like, I mean, it's kind of similar to Meet the Grams, but I feel like he had the packaging, he had a full album cover, everything, like the whole experience was better. But then I don't know, maybe not. Meet the Grams might be better too.
He didn't have the same like
momentum. Like everybody was already shitting on him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That would kind of be like losing a battle to Papoose. It doesn't matter.
And he still won too. Like it ain't
That's
even
not
like
the same as losing to Papoose. That is not the same.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Bro, no, it's not.
I have never it's been way more times in my life that somebody's been like, hey, check out this Papoose verse. Then somebody's been like, hey, let's listen to Pusha T.
Not a Papoose song. just a YouTube clip. Let's watch this.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ABC rap. That's
Yeah.
what this nigga listen to
Yeah.
ABC
The
rap.
crazy part about it is
He can
when I
rap though.
used to memorize them, like
Bro, Pusha
bar
T
for
has
bar,
classic
bro.
projects. He has classic albums.
Yeah, Pusha T nice, but yeah.
And I'm not just saying that but he really does.
No, I'm not saying that Papoose is better than Pusha T. I'm just saying like that it doesn't matter to lose to somebody like that. You see what I'm saying?
But it's,
In the sense of like it being
I'm saying this as somebody watching sports, bro. Like you lose to the Lakers on Thursday, your life ain't over with. You got a game Tuesday. Like I'm not looking
exactly.
at it as the end of the world. I'm
You
just
still
saying,
have a great season.
let's not act like that didn't happen though. Like we gonna move on, but like, we watched that game.
But it's still the Lakers though. You know what I mean? It may not be,
They
the
win
Lakers with
because we
Kobe,
watched them lose.
huh?
So they win because we watched them lose type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, but like if it's a series, for example, if it's a 4-game series and they come out and get their ass busted on the first game, and then the second game
Bro, this game
is
is over.
tied,
They shouldn't
but then
even
they
be
come through and
playing no
win
more.
3.
I think they should just stop playing and just play a different game. Like they don't have to play this game no more, in my opinion. I feel like it happened. Now let's just can anybody even make a good album in 2024? You know what I'm saying? Like 25 or whatever. I think that would be a cooler goal than like for them to play again and nothing's happening. Nothing different will happen.
Have you heard that TDE artist?
Okay.
Nope. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't listened to it yet.
I heard she had a dope album.
She's crazy.
Yeah.
I like her production too.
I'm
Hey,
gonna have to
you
listen
listen
to
to
it.
the LL Cool J album.
Nigga, ain't
It's
nobody
fire.
listen to LL Cool J in 2024.
I know it sounds
Hey,
crazy,
man.
bro, but you gotta listen to it, bro. He
Because what's the name produced it, right?
um
Wasn't it Q-Tip?
know this. I know exactly who produced it and everything.
I'm pretty sure it's Q-Tip, bro.
Q-Tip produced the whole thing. But yeah,
Mhm.
I would say listen to it because it's like, even though they're old as hell, but like they're like the
Like,
first to do it. So it's interesting to me to see what they're doing.
Pete mentioned that. So I don't know, man. I see what he's talking about, but it ain't gonna be the first. It ain't gonna be the first album I'm listen to. What's crazy is like Travis Scott dropped like what days before the rodeo that mixtape.
Yeah, that's hard.
Mhm.
Well, he's doing an old mixtape, but it's like that's getting more streams now than any other artist right now. It's like it's crazy.
Because I think Rich Homie's on it as well too.
Well, yeah, Rich Homie definitely gonna be probably number one for a while.
You know what I'm saying? He's on the days before rodeo.
Oh, he is on Mama City. That's right. He's on Mama. I forgot about that damn song.
I
Backyard.
was just thinking about Big Sean. I don't know. I don't know why you laughing, but I just thought about Big Sean and how he dropped and he ain't necessarily do too well.
It's doing double
What
card for
the
him, man.
numbers, bro?
Yeah, but I'm not worrying about the numbers, but I'm just thinking about it. Like he didn't do too well and chalking it up to the times and how long he's been in the game, but Travis Scott started at around the same time.
Hell yeah.
He probably younger. Travis
He's
Scott might
definitely
be
younger.
younger than me.
I think it's just not any money put behind him. I don't think this is just like. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
I
think
think in another universe, Big Sean would be part of the big three conversation.
I don't think so.
He was close.
He was close.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong.
It's hard to be
Ain't
the
nothing
I
wrong
best
with that.
strongly
three rappers
disagree.
in the world. You
I
know,
strongly disagree
you think you strongly disagree what?
that in any universe or galaxy,
He
Big
could ever
Sean
do that.
in the top 3 discussion.
That nigga
Nah,
said in any galaxy too.
I don't think he means the best 3 rappers though. You see what I'm saying?
maybe like top 3 in the country at a certain time.
He said in the country. This is the whole
It said
Like,
He
I
might have
think
a better run in a different universe, most definitely. I think bro could put on a, amazing performance in another universe.
Do you
In this
mean
one,
do you
I
mean
think
best
he
3
maxed
rappers when you
out,
say that, Silu?
huh?
you said what?
Are you saying the best 3 rappers, or what do you mean by the big 3? Whoever said that he was in the big 3.
I think Tory said it, but he means like how we regarded Drake and Kendrick and them.
That's such a weird
He ain't even above Future, you know.
Yeah.
hey man, let's have this. I saw you have a comment in the tweet, but I think it's time to have a conversation too. Future's oversaturated, man.
Oh, you see me talk to somebody about that?
Yeah.
I think you should split.
Just because everybody's talking about Drake being oversaturated, and then Future dropped again, and then people are like,
He always been
what's
that
the
way though.
difference between right? And somebody was like, what's the difference between Future and Drake? Why y'all saying Drake is oversaturated but never said Future was? And I was like, people were saying Future is
He should always
oversaturated.
be dropping 2 projects at one time. Like it's in its pedigree to do that.
People
All
just
yeah.
be rewriting history. I don't know if people be forgetting shit, but I remember when that nigga was dropping tapes and niggas was like, all right, go away for a little bit.
Yeah.
When he dropped in the past, it was always like instant classics. You can't oversaturate something that was everybody's favorite album whenever it came out.
In the beginning, it was regional though. You got to understand that.
Oh yeah.
Understand that.
I
So
guess.
I be listening to like Joe Budden and them. They didn't catch on the Future till like 4 or 5 years ago. But I know back then that New York crowd, niggas wasn't trying to give it to Atlanta in the beginning. Niggas forget that too. So to a New York nigga, you drop 3 projects of that auto tune shit, nigga.
Definitely play on
Shut
Twitch.
the fuck up. That's how they was. That's how.
Yeah, we playing on Twitch.
Hey, I'm
That's
playing
how they
on
was talking.
Twitch. Hey, this shit hard. Hey man.
I got texted. I don't even know what's going on in the game. I'm gonna be honest. I'm talking to y'all. That nigga scored.
Lil Wayne, Lil Yachty, and Pharrell dropped.
Hey man, ain't nobody checking for Yachty, man.
So ain't nobody checking for Yachty.
Nah, man.
Just letting y'all give y'all a good old warning. We have
Yachty ain't in the conversation.
We got what though?
We got 1 minute and 4 seconds. Hey,
Is
gonna do
Yachty
another
top
one?
25?
hey, is he top 25 what?
Is
And
he
what?
top
Rapper?
25? Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
No.
In the game right
Yeah,
now,
for
running
sure.
shit right now.
No.
Not all time,
Wayne or
but like
Yachty?
current rappers right now. Yeah, he's top. I can't even name 10. I probably
He
couldn't
may be
name.
relevant. He's relevant, but he's not a best rapper.
I don't
I
think
said
he's
top 25.
That's
top
what I'm saying.
25 what?
Relevancy? No.
I think Yachty got bars.
Yeah, all right.
I like
He
his.
all right.
I wouldn't say
I
he's
think
just Bar Smith Johnson, but he's
he
hard.
got bars and different delivery and beat selection. I would throw
like
him in the
beat
top
selection.
25. I don't know where, but I think he's on the top 25 list for me.
For current rappers right now,
Yeah.
can you even name 2? I can't even. Of course, I mean, can you even name 10 more? Name 10 more
10 more
rappers
rappers?
right now.